gun on my drawers. I see you looking for flaws. Niggas are rough in the cops. If you stay, then you know what it costs. What you fucking with me for? I ain't breaking the law. Ain't got a gun on my drawers. I see you looking for flaws. Niggas are rough in the cops. If you stay, then you know what it costs. What you fucking with me for? Tell me when is the time? We survived genocide, lost our pride, wealth gap, hood trap, still alive. Where's God? Look, I'm running out of words to change your mind. I'm dealing with a pain I can't describe. I'm wishing that the world pride, wealth gap, hood trap, still alive. Where's God? Look, I'm running out of words to change your mind.
Welcome to the most electrifying channel in all entertainment. It's your boy PK, and I'm here with my man Exile Beast, aka the Poet. He is here, man. I'm glad to hear you here, have you here, brother. What's going on?
How you doing, PK? How you doing, man? I'm doing great.
I'm good, homie. Look, I'm glad you here. I'm glad you made it. I know we had some things that happen in life. You know, things happen, but I'm glad you finally made it. And you know, I want our viewers to get to know you and see what you're about. So let's get it. First thing I want to do is, how about you tell the viewers a little bit about you and what is it that so special about this man right here, the Beast?
Well, my name, he's saying Exile Beast because that is my professional gaming name. I have a clan called the Exile Warborn, founded in 2017, and we've been running shit in this game called For Honor for a very long time. We also play a bunch of other games, but you know, that's just something else that I do. I also do music heavily. That's my passion. I've been doing it since I've been doing it for 17 years at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of honed my craft. I'm doing it for a long time. I got an album coming out. It's just a lot, man. It's a lot.
Good. That's a lot, man. It sounds like you've been putting in a lot of work in it. And I'm gonna tell you guys, that intro to my show, that is from the man, the myth, and the legend right here. You definitely dig that, those bars that beat everything. This is all him living. Let me tell you, that is greatly appreciated, man. I'm gonna tell you now, everybody's digging your style, your lyrics, everything.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It's taken a long time to figure out what that style even was. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of trial and error, but I think we know what we're doing right now.
That's what's up. Why don't you tell them about you? Don't you got a project coming up? Is that true?
Yes. It's called Rogue Wave, man. It's produced by my boy Simply Savage Beats. He's a great producer. We've been working with each other for 3 years, and this album has taken that whole 3 years to get perfected the way we want, and it's amazing. It drops on October 23rd of this month, all platforms.
Wow, that's what's up, man. And what I'm sorry, what made you come up with this project? What's so special about this one?
This one is just different than anybody's ever heard me before. You know what I'm saying? Different vibes when it comes to the melodies and the beats, different vibes when it comes to the lyrics, and also different vibes when it comes to just the way that I'm approaching the track. You know what I'm saying? I did a bunch of experimenting over these 3 years, and I like what came out of that process.
Glad to hear that, man. And I'm excited to hear your next body of work. Seriously. I'm gonna just put it out there and say there's not many that I've heard in a while that can resonate with me. And I'm not crapping on everybody out there, because let me just tell you, everybody's music, everyone can graph or relate to different types of music, and party music in general is good and it has its place, but sometimes you just need something that speaks to the streets and speaks to someone that is dealing with some real life situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. That's the type of music that attracts me. Not shitting on any type of music that's out right now. I fuck with a lot of different music, but I make the music that I make because that's what fuels me and affects me. You know, music that makes me think, music that connects with me emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Things that I feel like, you know, that correlates to my life as well. Type of music.
Absolutely, and I look at it as a different kind of art form, and definitely expressing yourself in a way that you know you feel yourself. And I heard recently that you had got hit up by somebody.
Oh yeah,
Um,
man.
you
Some crazy ass news.
tell us a
So
little bit about that.
okay, so I gotta start from the top then if I'm gonna do that. My wife recently she got strep throat. That was the reason why last week I wasn't able to make it. And well, that wasn't why last week I wasn't able to make it, but you know, this week that's a reason why things have been hectic for me. So my wife got strep throat. I've been taking care of her, and then I checked my messages on Instagram this morning. Come to find out, Fat Joe messaged me and was like, "Yo, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep grinding, keep doing your thing." And I was just like blown away, you know, because not that I needed the validation of wow, you know, you're doing something really good here and keep doing it. It's just it's good to hear that from somebody who's recognized in this game, somebody who's done this already, and can look over at another artist and say, "I can see that you're on the right path. Keep doing it." You know what I'm saying? That's just more motivation to fuel me.
Exactly, man. And yo, shout out to the Fat Joe, man.
Shout out to
Um,
Fat Joe,
uh,
man.
hey, look, this he's like the Godfather, man. He does put people on, and definitely, with if he recognize you, that means a lot, man. That means a lot. Um, so so how about or is this project that you're working on? Are we looking for uh more of in depth kind of what a reflection of your life or what's going on in the world? What are we looking for right now?
Most definitely, it's a reflection of my life, reflection of my actions, reflection of my emotions. You know what I'm saying? My state of mind in certain parts of those 3 years that it was being built, and it gives a lot of that away. You can hear it as soon as you listen to it that it's coming from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Especially the first track. First track is called Proud, and when you hear that track, it's going to resonate with you if you've ever debated with yourself about, you know, about being confident in yourself, about having, you know, high self-esteem and how to keep that and obtain that if you haven't had that before. It's basically a song that I built that was directed at myself. You know what I mean? Because I was at a point in my life where I just didn't feel like I was where I wanted to be, and I feel like that's probably a good place to be because then you always are striving to get there. But anyway, that I just that song really embodies that whole process of my mentality at that moment of not feeling like I had the a confidence in myself and not enough self-esteem in what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And after I wrote it and I listened to it and I heard myself talking to me like that, it just reminded me of that voice in the back of my head all the time that's like letting me know, hey yo, you know, you've been sitting around too long, you know what I'm saying? Or you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not grinding enough. I always have that voice in the back of my head, and that track Proud on the album, that's what that is all about. It's about that battle, that inner battle.
Man, that's dope. Hey, I wish I had a preview that I can give the viewers. That's my bad. I apologize, guys. I should have been more prepared. But man, that sounds so awesome, man. You know, just to be able to hear uh, inner workings. A lot of times we don't always hear in music where people are expressing themselves from themselves. They just kind of um, making a track just to kind of sell records and, with a beat, but not really trying to put themselves into the music, right? And that's kind of how I feel. I mean, it's just my opinion. Maybe some people might disagree, but I feel like we need to get back to what uh, what it was like for artists to actually put themselves in their music, right?
Well, my personal opinion, I feel like a lot of the music industry feels saturated right now because it's just so easy to produce it. You know what I mean? It's so
Right.
easy to make a track now and be able to put it out on a platform to be heard. And you know what you view as good compared to what the general public views as good can be completely different. But that doesn't matter as long as you're doing what you want to do. Me personally, in the beginning, I had this exact same mentality as you. I was like, You know what I mean? Like why are they getting so far away from the roots of hip hop? Why are they getting so far away from the roots of actual lyricism? And the thing about it is that it doesn't matter to me anymore. If that's what they want to do in regards to their own music, then people are going to correlate with that's completely separate from actual real hip hop. That's eventually going to be the general consensus. If you're not rapping about anything that correlates with my life or actual experiences or a story that I can, you know, connect with, then you're writing something that's a vibe, something I'm just supposed to feel in a moment, whether that's, depressing or, like emo rap or cloud rap, or whether that's, uplifting and hype, like other genres. So I just feel like it's just eventually going to be categorized as its own genre eventually, and lyricism is just going to stay the same. Real hip hop, real boom bap, all that's still going to stay the same. It can't be touched.
I feel that, and I'm glad you said that, man. And now that you said it, I kind of think about it like you're right. You're right about that. Um, and I am open minded. Don't get me wrong. It's just I do have an attitude towards uh you know, and now that you said that, I can kind of change my thought process on that. Um, so tell the people who inspired you, like who got you to be who you choosing to be today.
Man, so I sing and I rap, but the first thing that I ever did was singing. I started with singing. John Legend was somebody I listened to a lot. I'm a weird person, bro, when it comes to listening to music. Like, I'll listen to a song, and if I vibe with that song, I'll try to see if they have an album with at least more than 2 tracks that I fuck with, and then I'll listen to those 3 or 4 tracks like constantly, like over and over until I memorize it, and then I'll move on to some other music when I get tired of it. But that's the kind of person I am. So like when I heard "Ordinary People" by John Legend, that was one of those songs that really made me get into singing, really made me get into music. But when it came to rapping, I really just thought it was cool at first because um, I know you heard of Nelly, Saint
Right.
Lunatics. Um, I'm born in St. Louis. I'm from Arizona because that's where I was mostly raised, but I was born in St. Louis, and when I was going to school there in third grade, he came up to the school with his whole entourage, like all these cars, all these what were they? Tahoes. There was a bunch of Tahoes, and he hops out, comes to the school, gives like an introduction. He don't rap or anything, but he was just, talking about his journey and how to never give up, and how people made fun of him in the beginning when he was starting this shit out, and then now none of that matters, and it just stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I really vibed with his music since day one, obviously, because he was from my city. I fuck with all of them. Murphy Lee, probably especially. I always fuck with his flow, but in general, Saint Lunatics and Nelly, he was a really big inspiration for my general start before I really started diving into hip hop music and really starting to find my identity and who I really mess with in the genre.
Nice. Murphy Lee is awesome. He's a dope lyricist, man.
I feel like he was real slept on, bro. Every time I heard a verse from him,
Hey,
it was short, but I was like, it was fire. I
hey,
correlated. You know what I mean? Like, I felt
hey,
fire.
Jermaine seen it. That's why he grabbed him and say, "Man, let's do something." Like,
Um,
he got a unique voice, and his punchlines are man, it's like, did he just come off the top of his dome with that?
For real, people who come off the top of the dome, bro. That's a different artistry in itself to me, because I do not freestyle, bro. It does not flow for me. I feel like I've taken too many blows to the dome in Afghanistan. You feel me?
I
But
got you.
that that is really dope as fuck to me. People who can come off the top of the dome like Cameron and all these other dope ass artists, Eminem, Royce 5'9".
Oh my God, you speak it to my heart right there. That's 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 real right there. Royce 5'9", man. That's a true uncle right there, man.
They're great artists. All of them are just great artists who just it just flows. Most Def just flows. Doesn't They just need a beat. That's it.
Yeah, so you speaking a lot of artists that I definitely jive to, man. I they make a lot of stuff that I definitely got in my playlist now. So definitely, man. Hey, look, that is a story. I'm gonna tell you when Nelly came to my city when his first album, Country Grammar.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He got booed.
he
Now,
did.
he did? Now, the reason why I think he got booed is because the the crowd was looking for a certain sound. And see, his sound was new.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody heard that before. But once he got on the radio, they changed their mind, especially when they heard Air Force One. It was a wrap.
Right. That's what really took them to the next level of where they were headed. Because once Air Force Ones, it was over. Everybody knew
Right,
who he was.
right. And then they started thinking, well, man, we booed him. Oh no, we need him to come back.
Like, where are you at? Where was your city? What's
My
your city?
city is in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, so that's probably why. You know, he had that new Midwest sound. It probably correlated way better with the South. You know what I'm saying? When it first initially came out, it's closer to that genre in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, me particularly, I liked his sound from the start, but I just thought it was interesting that when he came to the club to play for the first time and they got booed, and it's interesting that when he blew up, then everybody wanted him to come back.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I digged his music from the very beginning. You know, still do, right? Still, I'm a fan of the Lunatics, and definitely Murphy Lee. I'm sad he didn't really get to blow up like he should have, right?
Yeah,
Um,
me as well.
but I do appreciate his imprint he put in hip hop and allowed me to enjoy what he did put in. You
Hmm.
know, right now, Jordan Lucas is one of the artists I listen to a lot. He's
Oh,
he's also independent, and
yeah,
he to
he's
me
a phenomenal artist.
he's fire. But the reason why I wanted to bring you on the show is because you remind me of him in a lot of ways because you both have the same ambitions. Um, you both have the same outlook on music, and I think that's important. Um, Especially when you're striving to do what you're doing. Uh, that man went through a lot too, and he just kept pushing. So I strongly encourage you to do the same. Um,
I really
for-
appreciate it.
yeah, for sure. Um, so, anyways, man, I'm enjoying the convo. We talked. We done touched on a lot of different things, man. And far
Mm.
as your project, uh, where is it that they can find your project? How can listeners get to your music, man?
Okay, so as of right now, the only place that you can pre-save the album because it's not out yet. It doesn't drop to the 23rd of October, but the only way that you can pre-save it is through Spotify. The link is in my bio at Noetic the Poetic on Instagram, and you'll be able to access it right there. It's the channel at the top as soon as you hit the link, and then boom, it's pre-saved. So when it drops, it'll instantly be up for you in your library on
Spotify.
Spotify. But when it drops on the 23rd, it'll be on all platforms. So if you don't have Spotify, it won't matter. It'll be on everything: Deezer, Tidal, um, you know, everything.
And just for you guys to know, I will link all his social media in the description. Don't worry, I will make sure you get in touch with this man any way you can, any way you're trying to consume his music. I will make sure that you get a hold of him. No worries. Don't worry. I got you.
Thank
Since
you.
you,
Thank you. Sure.
yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, look, you mentioned in the beginning of the show that Exile Beast is your gaming, your pro gaming. He did say pro gaming, guys. Name. Hey, could you expand on this pro gaming?
All right, I say pro gaming. Ain't like nobody verified it, but I'm verified on the sticks. You feel me? I am #1 in the world for player kills on this game called For Honor. Not a lot of people know about it. It's a very tight knit community, but it's a great game, and there's nothing else like it. You can't fight like that anywhere else. So I really dove into it, and I've been playing it for a long time, and I've built a group of really savage players, streamers, content creators who are on the same wavelength of just trying to put out good content, link up with good people, and do what they're doing in the process. And I'm there to support them, and we there to support each other. It's called the Exile Warborn.
Nice.
I mean, we've been founded since 2017, but this year specifically, we actually got turned into a media and entertainment business. So that was a big milestone for us.
That's what's up, man. Hey, and you got a whole team, right? You got are you guys sponsored?
No, we're not sponsored. We're basically just kicking it off when it comes to really getting down to business. But we've been waiting for this time for a long time. We just basically got our merch store up. Our actual website is about to be up within November. So next month, probably the second week of November, our actual website will be live. And we're just taking baby steps, making sure we're doing all this right. I just finished filling out the tax forms for it and all that. So just making sure that now when any of us spend, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to media and content creation, that money that we're pouring into the economy is coming back to us in tax return, instead of just I'm playing a game, I'm putting out content, and I'm not getting anything in return when it comes to me putting promotion towards my videos, or paying for different types of services like Viva Video or InstaShot, so I can get the best out of my phone when it comes to editing my videos. If you don't have something on the computer, like things like that, like over these 4 years, it just started building up. I was like, wow, this is how much I spent on these type of expenses, but I was doing it for the business. But because it's not set up, we're not getting anything from it. And I wanted to end that this year.
That sounds awesome, man. Look, you got so much going on right now, man. All I could do is you should, man. I can't wait to get my camera fixed so you can see my smile, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get it done. Hey, look, I'm gonna just tell you, I'm proud. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to know you, man. I can't wait to see you blow up, like further than where you going. And where you going ain't the end either, bro. Just keep it going. Keep it on trucking, bro. Hey, look, we got a couple of new people in the chat, man. Let them know, you know what I'm saying? Remind them that, hey, you know what I'm saying, you doing big things. You got Fat Joe hitting you up. What do you request? Put you on a mixtape? I think that's what you said.
Yeah, he said he asked me if I wanted to be on a mixtape project, that's fucking huge to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Anybody can hear us on that shit, and anything can happen with the right ears just listening to you. So it's just a great opportunity, and I definitely plan on taking advantage of
it. Yeah, so some of the viewers are like, "What? Yes, facts, 100."
Thank you guys.
This is why I'm telling you, you got to check my man's out right here. Okay, his bars are legit, it's for real, and they speak to the heart. Definitely, I'm gonna link all his music down in the description once the show is over. I'm gonna get it up on YouTube. You guys are gonna have all access. Trust me on that. Don't worry. But if you do miss something, you can't find it, you can always hit me up on Twitter at PKX-LIVE, and I'll definitely shoot you his way.
Yes, sir.
But this is great, man. I enjoy gaming too. We met a while ago on gaming, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I just do it for fun, man. Maybe I just got a bad habit, or I play on everything from PlayStation to PC, Xbox, Switch. I got it all, and and do it all. I guess the only thing I don't do is mobile, but that's only because I don't have time to sit there with my phone when I can, unless I got a controller in my hand. I don't know.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I feel like if you're out constantly, mobile gaming, if you want to do it top tier, will probably still be the best for you if you're out on the go because you can do it on the go. But I'm
Yeah,
at home, I'm on a console, I'm on the PC, or I'm in the studio. You know.
yeah, for sure. What? Let me ask you, what kind of collabs would, if you had your choice, what kind of collaborations would like to have on your next project?
The type of collaborations I would like to have on my next project, that's not hard. Bryson Tiller.
Whoa, whoa, stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Stop
That's the
it.
boy.
Oh, that's hot. Okay, go ahead.
He really affected me when it came to when I was writing this album in the beginning of it because I had listened to Trap Soul I think a little bit later than I was supposed to when it came out, and I was just blown away. You know what I'm saying? I was blown away by the whole shit. So I've been following him ever since, and his style of singing was really like I don't know. It kind of reminded me not necessarily of my singing in general, but just the vibe that I was in. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, like that's kind of like the way I sound when it comes to the way I sing. It's not like I'm on some Neo type shit or Usher type shit, but I'm also not on some, I don't
Drake.
know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? He got some bars in there as well. So yeah, he's definitely a person I would want on the album. J. Cole is another one. I mean,
Oh, fire.
why wouldn't I want J. Cole on an album? He is an extremely good artist, well spoken when it comes to his lyrics. Kendrick Lamar is another one that's huge for me. I feel like I'm naming a lot of mainstream names, but I feel like I could just keep doing this forever and just keep naming names for you
Hey, there's
because
nothing wrong with that though,
that
bro. There's
I
nothing wrong with that. I think that kind of speaks to, what kind of artist you are, right? Um, but in general, it also gives the audience a kind of a idea of, you know, how you view the craft, right?
Mhm.
Um, because I respect artists that is a student of the craft, right? I
Mhm.
do. So, like, Eminem gets a lot of flack, I think, because of his skin color, but he's a student of the craft. He respects the craft, and that's why that's part of why I have respect for him, right?
Mhm.
Uh, um,
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah, he can get flack for that, any day of the week, but nobody's going to be able to tell him that he's not a legend. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to be able to tell him that you can't battle rap. Nobody's going to be able to tell him you can't make an album, you can't write good singles. You can't touch him in any aspect when it comes to his craft because he's honed it. He has great lyrics, rap god. If you want him to just rap very fast and tell you about a bunch of shit. Rap God is a good track. I mean, I feel like I'm rambling, but like, yeah, I
nah,
fuck with
nah.
that very heavy too. He was gonna be a name that I was gonna eventually list as well.
Yeah, well, him and Royce, right? Him and Royce. I
Roy,
prefer to
that's
have
my boy.
Royce.
Feel me?
I'd rather have Royce, but
That's my boy.
because if you put M on your album, he'll show you up, and then it'll be a problem. So you can't you gotta match.
Holding me on the track and shit.
I'm just saying. He be the one that be trying to. I won't say try, but he just. I don't know. I think in general, you definitely don't want someone that can rap. What is it? So many syllables in 39 seconds.
I mean, shit. Ain't like I would feel some type of way. That's the day I just want to say, hey, yo, show some love to your boy. You feel me? Shit. I
Hey,
feel
that.
and I think that Joyner Lucas was extremely fortunate to pair up with him, both of them with each other anyway, because you could tell that the way that Joyner Lucas is and the way that he's moving in his career and what he's raps about, you could tell he's going places. You know what I mean? Not like he hasn't already been, but he's gonna go further, and he's eventually gonna be considered a legend within a couple years as well.
Did you check out his track called Wheel?
I've heard every track that he's ever done.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Now I'm gonna ask you: do you feel like all the tracks you heard from Jordan Lucas that he has the same sound, or does he sound like he different on every track?
I feel like he can be versatile if he wants to, but he lets you know what his style is, and his style is mostly of a storytell type of rap. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna break it down for you in small increments until you realize the whole picture of what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
just it really is an art form when you listen to his stuff. The first track that I heard from him, the name escapes me. It was the suicide track that he made. I watched the video. It was um I can't think of the name of it right now, but that suicide track that he did when he was talking about his boy, and when he was rapping, when I landed on the video, he was already at the part where he was talking about how angry and upset and pissed off that he was that his boy took his life without letting him try to help him with those problems. You know what I'm saying? And I've had
Mm-hmm.
friends in the past that have battled with suicide. Well, not battled with it. You know what I'm saying? But attempted shit like that, and have made it out alive, and are still alive to this day and have been able to overcome that type of shit. And for him to have lost a friend or something like that, it just resonates. It probably resonates with anybody who's ever had any type of connection with suicide, or anybody who's taken their life around them.
Right. I think my first track that I heard from him was, and forgive me, I can't think of the name, but it was when he was rapping about being black in America, or uh, he had in the video he had a white guy rapping, and then he was rapping back. I forget.
Not racist. That
I'm
was
not
the
racist. Yes, that was the first track I heard from him. And I thought that was crazy. Like, I'm listening to this, and then the visuals put it together, even though I didn't need the visuals because he was already telling the story. But I thought it was very clever on how he uh, put that together along with the visuals, to kind of
right.
carry it along.
He's
And
really good at giving you that big picture, because he's not only is able to write, but when it comes to his videos, he's gonna give you something that feels like a movie almost. You know what I'm saying? Like you really
right,
are watching what's happening
right,
and hearing every detail.
right. I can see that, man. And, to see you work with some people like that in the future will be definitely exciting, I would think. And I think this step with Fat Joe could open those doors so you can get those collabs going forward, man. Just get people hearing you and your sound. I think is super important. Um,
It would be amazing.
um, and for me, I'm just a fan, right? I just like to hear good music when I'm in a car, when I'm chilling. I and maybe I'm okay with party music and everything, but I just want to hear that sound like when I'm chilling, bro. And I'm telling you, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff, and you put in good work. I was super impressed the first time I heard um your first project, right? So um
Thank you.
and I felt like sharing it with all my. I said, "Listen, I ain't gonna tell you who this is. I just want you to hear it." Then they was like, "Who's this? Whose man's is this?" I was like, "Man, let me tell you." Um, so yeah, you got good energy, um, and it seemed like you facing it in the right um in the right way. So I really like the way you pacing yourself as well. So
Thank Yeah, man,
yeah,
it's good to hear that shit, because when you're in the middle of the grind, you can't see ahead of it. You feel like you get stuck sometimes, or you feel like nothing sounds different. Am I sounding the same? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch of different variables that come into making this music, and I really feel like we've gotten it down. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm at the point where I'm just trying to really figure out what is the key to exposure. What is the key to really being able to market your music? Who do you go through? Like, I'm trying to build a blueprint. You know what I mean? Every album I do, every project I do, I'm trying to figure out how to do the next one better than this one, and what I missed out on, and what else can I learn to move forward with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Chris said he needs to hear some of your stuff now. Don't worry, man. I got you. I'm a plug you. Soon
Appreciate
as,
you.
soon as the show's over, man, I'm gonna plug you. All right. Matter of fact, you, I'm gonna retweet some of his stuff now. Once the show's over. So I got you. Um, so let me ask you, man. Do you have? I always wonder this. Do you have a lot of tracks you just got sitting in a cut somewhere that you ready for another album?
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. So like I've been doing the same thing for a lot of years. Like we drop a album or a track, we try to promote it for a couple weeks, and then we basically just start moving to the next one. You know what I mean? Like on to the next one immediately. And that was a huge part of this year, like figuring out like, oh, we gotta stop just coming out with all these tracks, and we gotta slow down and start promoting each one of these shits individually, and start making some shit happen to what we're trying to get. You know what I mean? Get the attention on these tracks that we're trying to get.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes more sense. I think so. Like I said, pacing yourself is probably the best way to methodically attack this whole thing. Get people to hear your sound and get out there, man. Um, definitely. Man, that's all I want. Hey, don't be like Kendrick and lose your tracks on a hard drive somewhere in the middle of a parking lot.
I'd be fucking heartbroken if some shit like that happened. I got it on everything, you know, so that ain't happening. Yeah, we got mad tracks, bro, mad tracks, and that's from my boy Panda Bass. I don't know if I told y'all already, but I'm co-owner of Panda Bass Records, so it's not like I'm just I'm not an I am independent, but you know we're an independent record label. You know what I mean? Panda Bass, me and him started shit. I want to say back in 2015 is when we started linking up and working together, and putting out some crazy shit. And it's just been going like that for so long that you know we came together, said yeah, let's do this shit for real, and made a record label. But this new album, the last two albums that I've made have been through Panda Bass. But the new album, this is also from my record label, but the producer that's on it is Simply Savage. And man, when y'all hear it, I promise you, you're not going to be disappointed. Like I don't, it's not like I don't like to throw my music in people's face or nothing like that. That's why, you know, I like to let people know straight up that I already know or fuck with me before, or you know that I think might fuck with the vibes that I'm fucking with. But this right here is just really just the embodiment of how I felt these last 3 years. And when y'all hear the new tracks that we've made from all the crazy shit that's happened in 2020, we don't have to get into it, but you know that list is very long. Um, I've made a bunch of tracks about that as well, because it's something that just everybody should be addressing, so we can be done with it, over with it, and start moving past it.
Sound like somebody not happy. But so yeah, that's awesome, man. So for me, I want to ask you this. Now, everybody gets asked this, and even Snoop was asked this earlier this year. And you could take a second to think about it. But who
Okay.
is your top 5 artists? It don't have to be lyricists, artists of all time.
Top 5 artists of all time. I feel like I would be an abomination to not say that I was definitely influenced by Michael Jackson.
That's a
Definitely
good pick.
influenced by Ice Cube.
Good
And not
pick.
just for his music. Damn, you really making me dive deep.
Chris says Busta. Busta Rhymes.
Okay. Man, all right.
It's all right. It's all right. Just take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
He's an artist that really affected me. Nelly is an artist that really affected me. there's a reason why I said Kendrick Lamar. There's a reason why I said J. Cole, because these are also artists that I really resonate with. Nas, um, um, Jadakiss. There's just the list just goes on, bro. I don't know if did I already hit 5? Did I pass it?
Yeah, you
You
went over, man. You went over. Yeah, I don't even know what order we in right now. We just people start look the chat. You know, Chris is just mentioning stuff himself. He's like Alicia Keys, and he's
she's a good singer. Can't sleep on Alicia.
like everybody's just going in. Okay, well, you know, I I was trying to get it out of you. I know it's a lot of pressure because you know a lot of people want to know everybody's top 5, and I'm curious. Now I'm not trying to hold, you know, put a stake to you, know, but I'm just trying to get an idea or get the audience to hear your top 5, and you know you can say, well, this is loosely right, so it could go in any order or even change to more if you want.
Yeah, man. That's I don't know how the hell they answered that question because I feel like just like I just did right there, I would fucking freeze up. The list is just so long, you know what I mean? And I feel just like it would be so incredibly hard for me to make that list of 5. You know, I just feel like any of the ones that I already listed to you just now, any of those could be the top 5 solidly. You know what I'm saying? Because that they all impacted me enough to make me the person I am when it comes to making music and when it comes to perseverance and when it comes to speaking my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like not just things like musically, but like things that alter me in my life because of the person that I learned that they were and the actions that they showed to show that they're the person that they speak about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I got you. But you know, I have to ask anyway because
Oh yeah, of
it's
course.
just
I
one
feel
of
you.
those things. You know, you always want to know what an artist top 5 is. Everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know. I'm telling you, ain't a single artist that go by that nobody asks who's the top 5. Like legit. And you know that's cool, man. You can be you can be neutral if you want to. It's all right. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I ain't gonna do you that way. No, but you legit was telling facts. I kind of feel the same way, though. I feel like a lot of people get overlooked that should be in the conversation. You know, that's um that has, I would say, not just made good records, but actually changed the culture. Right. So like Tupac and Biggie pushed the culture forward.
They did.
It's not about just about their music, right? They actually did things that changed how people view the music itself, and also the movement of black and brown people at that time, right? So I look at that as a whole, and not necessarily just their music by itself.
Right.
Um, um, I mean, as great as Michael Jackson was, he also changed the culture.
Right.
You know, even at the young age, people viewed him differently, right? It was he was a phenomenon his entire life. So he definitely changed the culture in general, and that's kind of the things I look at. I mean even some people who act also do that kind of have that kind of impact on our lives, right? So it's hard to find people who have such an impact in acting, and they're artists too, but they also bring a different kind of feeling and emotion that they
Right.
express. And you know, you can call out people like Denzel Washington, and even though you know I still feel like he's still Denzel Washington in every role, but he still has a way to pull you in and make you care about the character he plays.
Right.
And that's special because not everyone can do that. I mean, I'm not going to trash on Will Smith, but he doesn't make me feel like I need to care every character he plays on the big screen. I mean,
Will
I like
Smith,
him.
he didn't change my whole view after he sat down at that red table.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that, but I'm gonna say
We'll talk about it.
that watching him play in different movies, he does have range, but he doesn't make me care about every character that I've seen him play as. I would just say that.
When it comes to his acting, I think he is damn phenomenal.
Yeah.
Hey, phenomenal. I
Yeah,
mean, you got movies like The Pursuit of Happiness. You got
right.
movies like I Am Legend. Like there's a million other movies. You got Independence Day, but there's those two movies that I named in the beginning were really I don't know the word for it, riveting, really, really good. I really liked everything about it. You know what I'm saying? I really
Right.
liked his act and how he really took control and really delivered that part.
Right. And
And
it shows his range. But I
right,
mean, you see Suicide Squad, I really just didn't care.
yeah, I mean, shit. Sometimes you just got to put yourself onto big titles to stay relevant. I mean, he's done a million movies, a bunch of them successful. So like something like that, yeah, that's not gonna be one of your main Will Smith moments. You know what I'm saying? But
But,
when it
but
comes to like something serious, to me, like the serious stuff that he does, that's what I connect with. I
right.
was a person who watched Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh
He
yeah.
had a lot of episodes where he went, swipe back and forth from the jokes to I'm serious. This my life is fucked up. I don't have a dad and blah blah blah. All that shit. Like I resonated with me.
And that was a well-written show in itself because the
It
entire
really
cast put in good work. Not just him, but the
is.
dynamics between him and the entire cast was pretty dope. But
For a fact.
but in general, I'm just saying, you have these artists that leave an imprint that kind of change everything for you.
Mhm.
And for me, even there's a lot of New York rappers that for me changed a lot for me. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm more of a West Coast fan, but I
Mhm.
really dig the New York sound, or at least the old New York sound. And you know, when I listen to Fabulous or Jada Kiss or Wu Tang and all that, it's just that sound, and it changed a lot of how I view music. Like it felt like it was made for me, and not,
Right.
you know what I mean. That's how it felt to me, and I think that's huge. Just when you can get a feeling out of the music that you're listening to, not just you just like the beat, and but you can feel something like it's living with you, not just
I,
vibing with it.
yeah, you want it to invoke an emotion. Whatever that emotion is that track is supposed to be portraying, you want to feel invoked by it. You want to start feeling it by being able to hear it and understand that that's the vibe they're trying to give off. That's the vibe that I'm feeling right now. And then when you correlate that with the lyrics, I mean, you got a great song.
Um, Chris in the chat is trying to name Wu Tang. Don't
Grizzly.
name a couple. You name all of them, okay? You name all the Wu Tang. Matter of fact, while we at it, who name 5 people from Dipset?
Yeah, go.
He laughing. What? Come on, man. Don't laugh. Who name 5 people, just 5 from Dipset. That's probably the hardest question for a lot of people to answer, but I don't think it's that bad.
It ain't that bad.
That's Wu Tang, sir. That's what he's naming ODB. That's Wu Tang.
What have you been on though lately, PK? What games you been playing lately? What music you been listening to?
So I dig a lot of different things. Me, okay, there you go, Jim Jones. Finally. What about the
There you
leader? What about the leader? Who's the leader of Dipset? Don't Google that. It's
yeah,
about.
Google right,
Don't be Googling. All right, you got
Cam,
Cameron.
there you go.
Jules. There you go. He came in later, but yeah, Jules Santana.
Mm-hmm. Joe Santana's a beast. With the bandana though, he had me rocking that in high school. Yo, throw the bandana.
Freaky Deaky, missing out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, me, I've been playing some Doom Eternal. You know, I play a little bit of everything. I play some Genshin Impact. I play, you know, since I got a bad habit of playing different games, you know, and then I got a bad habit of not finishing them, so I started to just finish games. So I went ahead. Yeah, I've been finishing a lot of games lately. I'm a little upset. I had got Horizon Zero Dawn on PC and it's been messing up. So
Oh man.
I yeah, it's I think it's an Nvidia thing. I don't think it was the game at the first, but they patched it. I think it's just Nvidia. But at the end of the day, you know, I play a little bit of everything. I try to keep my mind open. I still rock with that Rogue Company. You know what I mean? I hop on there. I hop on PSO2. I got a wide range of games that I get down on, and I'm not afraid to play anything. Actually, you know what? I always wanted to get down on this Among Us, man. There you go. You finally got it. El Rail and Freaky Zeke. There you go.
I just recently downloaded it. A lot of my boys were talking about how amazing the game is, and a lot of my family and other friends are telling me how great it is, and I'm just all right. I'll download it, but I haven't got a chance to play it yet because you know.
Yeah, man. I really want to get down on that game. Everybody's playing that game, and I'm not enjoying myself because I haven't got into it. And you know, it's on mobile and Steam. But I want to I just want to get a group of my friends together. Let's just get down on this, man. It's 10 players. I don't see why not.
Right.
I don't see why not, man. And far as me, man, you know, I'm gonna tell you, my dream album that I always look for is definitely a J. Cole and Kendrick album. I always wanted that.
Who are you telling? I've always wanted that.
That's all. You know, if those cats can figure out time to work together and get that put out, man, that would be it for me. For real, that's the dream team.
At least for a year.
Yes.
They shut it down.
Yes, that's the dream team for me. You know, and they made one track together. I think it was a couple years ago when they was on each other's beat, and it was fire. And I was like, okay. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said we need the album and we need to
message
and tell
yes. Yes. They need to stop playing with our emotions out here.
Yeah, stop playing with our emotions.
Seriously. But they need to do that before they retire, legit. But yeah, for me, I mean, I dig a little bit of everything. I try to listen to more independent music, like Jordan Lucas and things like that. Because mainstream is, I can't say it's not my thing, but it's kind of, it feels like I'm listening to the same music all the time. Because it sounds like the same Southern sound the whole time. So I try to listen to more independent.
I definitely know what you mean, and I'm in the same boat. I got a bunch of underground artists, upcoming artists that I listen to because they're great. One, Enigma, that's my little brother. He does amazing music. I told him even if he wasn't my brother, I'd be buying his music. Another one is Yase. I've been fucking with him for the last 2 years. His music is really good. Who else? FDL Bake. It's just a bunch of them, bro. It's a bunch of savages with a bunch of savage songs, and I'll shoot you their links as well for your personal use.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that. And look, if anybody want to come on the show as well, they're you know, tell them they're free to come on the show. We can definitely sit down and chop it up just like we did today. And,
and I'm gonna let them all know.
Yeah, for sure. And look, we're gonna get out of here. So before we do, I want to give a last chance for anybody who may have came in a little later. Hey, where can they find you, and where can they get your music, bro?
You can find my music on all platforms. All you got to do is type in my name, Noetic space Poetic, and my 2 albums and my 4 other singles will pop up for you instantly. When it comes to social media, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. And yeah, that's pretty much all of them.
Awesome. And don't worry, guys. I'm definitely going to link all of his stuff in the description once the show is over. Don't worry. I got you. Also, you can't see this man's and for honor, don't even try it. He's number one. He gonna kill you if you kind of trying to come up. So don't even try it, man. But if you want to check him out, definitely I'm gonna make sure you guys can link up with this man. And definitely look out for his project on the 23rd. So I'm gonna make sure that you guys got all the information you need to get to his album. Like he said, you can pre-order it on Spotify?
Pre-save on Spotify.
Pre-save, yeah.
In my bio on Instagram and Facebook.
Great. And that's awesome, man. I want all you guys to check out this guy's music and his body of work that's coming. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm telling you now. Hey, and he promised that he's gonna definitely make me a custom intro here. You know what I mean? He promised. So you're gonna always hear his tone when we start this show going forward. So definitely, guys. Hey, look, thank you guys for all coming through. Thank you for all the listeners. We're gonna definitely head out of here. We had a good time, a good conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, man. We could do it again whenever your project drop if you want. We could do a review on how everything going. For me, you guys could definitely find me at PKX-LIVE at Twitter. You could find me here on Twitch. And you can also find me anywhere that good games are played. And every Friday at GRG, 8 Eastern. And I definitely have all those links in the description as well. So catch me here every Wednesday at 1v1, and we gonna be out. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Gotta get up, gotta go, get up.